All right, welcome to So Get the Podcast. I'm Kitty. Get the show started. Show is brought to you by the look of greatness. Outside enjoying the weather. Hope you all are enjoying this lavish day. But I have a few times I'd like to bring to your attention over particular order and finish up with the position talent from the collegiate level to the NFL draft this year in a few more weeks. So the talent I would like to start off with is Omarr Smith, 6'4", 160 shooting guard, 2025 class, high school, Baltimore City College, committed to, as they say, New Mexico State. Very talented lefty, but he actually can shoot with either hand. But consistently or dominantly, he uses his left hand for his creativity and finishing at the rim. But he can finish either hand at the rim. He could jump, plays above the rim. Very competitive, student of the game. Another talent that definitely had the ISO, could definitely dominate the game if you allow that from a opposing team. Another DMV talent, so much talent. There's a lot of talent out here in this world, so definitely enjoy it. But he's one in the very near future, definitely will hear his name called. Definitely check him out, give him an opportunity with your ears. And all right, so at the end of the day, ISO steady within what's being asked of him. Flow of the game, plays with the flow of the game, run the floor. Like I say, he finishes either hands. Footwork is above average. But like I said, his specialty is ISO. If you need him to create something or a shot, it won't be difficult for him to do for the most part. And I think he would try to get into a better rhythm once he get the flow of the game and, doing a little bit more video and footage, tape. Steady tape. But at the end of the day, he's a talent that's definitely ready now. This one next is Aniah, Richard-Holmes. She's 5'8" guard, high school Nimitz, high school class of 2025. She committed to Murray State College. She's very confident. She's a shooter. She feels confident enough to shoot from wherever she's comfortable within half court. A video is going around of her talking to her teammate. Not sure if someone was recording it, but someone could have been, on the sideline, in the bleachers recording. But at the end, she went down and went to, between her, she was dribbling up the court, and she just decided to shoot a three. It was kind of difficult to see the score clock, but they was winning by a pretty margin. But at the end of the day, she's talented. She's footwork is immaculate. She plays within the game. She's a true point guard. Definitely get her teammates involved. She runs the scheme, the play that's being asked of her. If you need her to create a shot and get the team going, she could definitely do it with no problems. Give her an opportunity because she's fire. She can finish either hand at the rim. Definitely have the ISO, but point guard mentality. Overall player. Pretty much she's an overall player. And looking forward to her in the very near future. To continue on the journey that she's on. Just talk briefly about the NBA playoff. You got round one coming up this weekend on Saturday, starting at 1 p.m. With the Bucks and Pacers. That's definitely going to be, should be a good game. Upset alert possibly with the Pacers. They've been they are young with some key experience going through the playoff. Also, the Bucks have the, Giannis and Damian. Injury always play a factor into it, so relative who's healthier will have a better chance. But this game could go 91. So that's a very interesting matchup. This one here as well. Clippers against the Nuggets. That game is at 3:30. Clippers with the experience. Nuggets with the experience as well. With Jokic and that squad over there. So that should go down to the wire. To Game 7. That's just how close that game is. On both ends of the basketball court, defensive and offensively, creativity. Nuggets did fire their coach. So they are trying to get back in the flow of what's comfortable for the players, I guess, for the most part. Good coach, though, but we'll see what he may coach next. But the Pistons versus the Knicks, that's at 6 p.m. on Saturday as well. Pistons and the Knicks, that could be possibly another with the Pistons. But the Pistons don't have too much offensive weapons to keep up with the Knicks. Knicks not really the team of old, with Randall, but they have talents. But and Brunson, but you got Cade Cunningham over there with the Pistons in the offense, mostly facilitate, go through him off the double pick, creativity, 18-footer low post move. It's one of the best I've seen, So, but is it enough for the Pistons to, win a series against the Knicks? It's going to take some unbelievable game by Cade for the Pistons and the team and his teammates to contribute. It's going to be actually a lot, but that's going to be a very interesting game. But the Knicks should definitely win that. But now this one, the Timberwolves and the Lakers, that's at 8:30. LeBron and Luka and Ant-Man over there with the Timberwolves. It's going to be a lot. He has a good team. They have experience as well with the Timberwolves. High draft pick this year that's contributing. It's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough. This should be a good series as well. We'll go to Game 7 as well with this one. Both well coached, with experience, with athletes on both teams. Should be a good game. Should be a good series. Should be one of the best games in our series in a very long time, like real basketball, So I'm looking forward to that one. And talk briefly about the Commanders. It's not too much that's going on. Everyone is conditioning and training, and around these times the draft is coming up. But for the most part, the Commanders definitely did what they need to do to improve. All feel good and are confident about the moves they made to get better as a team, as a community and organization. But at the end of the day, protect Jay Daniels, and this offseason thus far they went about it as such. And we should definitely have a little bit better protection to, make more plays down the field. But also, it's going to help the run game be more consistent. Brian Robinson this year. I see a few people talking about possibly he's in the trade room. Or, they enjoy, the Commanders, the running back room that they have. They got a nucleus, Akers, Brian Robinson, Rodriguez, and McNichols. Sorry about that, but that's a good running back room. Just add, someone that can, as they say, home run runner. That type of skill set. And this draft this year, 2025 NFL draft, they definitely have a lot of running backs that can, pass protect, but also run in between the tackles and catch out the backfield and screen games and be very dominant. Give one of those players to add in a running back room. It's pretty good. Talked about Wes Walker last week. That was a good add to the coaching staff. So looking forward to what the Commanders do in the very near future in this NFL draft. So with the draft, I'm going to talk about the talent at the defensive tackle this week, respectable position this week. Top 5 with, additional talent that has the skill set, talent to be top 5 in this year NFL draft and throughout the league. So number 1 is Mason Graham from Michigan, 6'4", 296. Now with the first, he ran a 5'1", 40. Might have done better on a good day, could do a little better, but at that 40, it's a workout respectively, at the combine. But on the film and on tape, he's very dominant. He's very streaky. He impacts the game. His leverage is good. So within these first, top 5 D tackles, that would be, that's on my top talent from the position. Definitely worthy. And whoever drafts them definitely going to be very ecstatic and happy because they're going to make an impact in that organization on that football field. But Graham is definitely a winner. Passionate about the game. Very quick off the snap. His leverage is good. For the most part, these talent at this top 5, their leverage is pretty much good. Like starting, of course, you got to earn your way, but the talent and the physicality, the film study. They're ready to play now, So Mason is definitely one. Next is Walter Nolan, 6'4", 296, about the same, ran a 4.95 from Ole Miss. Very impactful, leverage, quickness off the snap, consistently in the, the gaps, A-B gap, tackle for losses in the backfield. So for the most part, I think easily go number one, but for the most part, for most people, boys, they won't have it. So, but Nolan is definitely an impactful player as well. Look for him to go. These type talents, first round talent. So next is Derek Harmon, 6'4", 313, 495 as well, in the 40-yard dash in Oregon, where he played collegiate football. He's very impactful. Oregon, the system, they run football, they throw. So for the most part, that defense played with a lead, and you can just put your hands back and be aggressive as you see fit for the impact in the game on the defensive side. And Harmon definitely impacted a lot of games as well. His leverage is good. Quick off the snap, as I once said. He's shooting the gas. He's in the backfield too. Very impactful. TJ Sanders, 6'4", 297. Ran a 4.95 as well, around there as well, from South Carolina. It's very impactful. You see that the 40 under 5 is for the most part with the D tackles. The game have sped up in all levels, and TJ Sanders is one of those players that can make an impactful defense for the most part in his scheme. A leader as well, not only just on the D line but for the team. He's very impactful on and off the field, and that's just where he is. He can impact the game. Definitely against the run, pass. He's definitely good as well to help going out to the attacking the quarterback, and penetration up the in the A-B gaps as well. But you can utilize him all up down the line of scrimmage on the defensive line. He's another one. This next one I talked about a while back. Darius Alexander. That's he possibly have the most upside out of all of them. 6'4", 305. We ran a 4.95 as well. Toledo, but they say his 40 got up to 4.8. So at 6'4", 305, 310, 312, running possibly a 4.8, and this is leverage and athletic ability and get around the corner. Even you line him up in the tackle, mostly he disrupt, in the A and B gap as well. 5 technique, 3 technique, he can do pretty much whatever. He has probably the most upside out of all of them in this year NFL draft, so that's why he's in my top 5. And then these next 3 have to consistently work on their pass rushing ability. They have streaks or moments that they actually impact the game in that aspect, but for the most part, they mainly are D tackles, 5 / nose tackle. But if they add a few more, better leverage and a few more moves, they could be very impactful in their foreseeable future in the NFL. Kenneth Grant, 6'4", 331, ran a 5'11 from Michigan. He's the other one. That team, Michigan, was stacked on offensive, defensive side, with that organization. Even from the late, Harbaugh leaving there and going to the NFL, but they still had some of the best talent, and they are deciding to leave out. So he's another one, more of a nose tackle, D tackle. As I said earlier. So work on this leverage. He's good. He could be more impactful, but for the most part, he definitely should be in the rotation with a D lineman, trying to be impactful in the game. This one here is just scary talent. His measurements, Talik Williams, 6'3", 334. About the size of the Kenneth Grant from Michigan, but he's 6'3", 334. They saying his 40 was what average is like 4.68 something or somewhere around there. Is crazy. From Ohio State. Once again, Ohio State is another university of talent for the talent coming out from that program, and Talik Williams is work on his leverage to be more consistent as well. The talent's there. Some games he impactful, and then he just disappear. But you get up with a better program, better coach, system, scheme, and usage of his talent. He could be very impactful in the very near future of whoever drafts him. So definitely check him out, look him out in the future of where he's getting drafted and where he's going. Very dominant player. This one, last but not least, it's Deani Walker, if I pronounce it correctly, 6'7", 331, ran a 5.28 from Kentucky. Very impactful. He plays faster on film during the game, much faster. 40-yard dash, like I once said, he's a D tackle, 5 technique. Nose tackle, 2 ways though. Just mostly stopping the run. But if he can continuously help with his leverage, be more useful, consistently on the first and second down, and give him an opportunity to rush the quarterback, he can be impactful as well. Conditioning will have to come into factor as well. But at the end of the day, he's a player. He has first round talent. That's where we are with the top D tackles. Walker's definitely been impactful. That program has a lot of athletes coming out this year too. So Walker definitely another wild card in that pool of D tackles. And in the future, that's pretty much it as far as the talent at their respectable positions. Collegiate players going into the NFL draft, or those for the most part. Most of them have been, some of them have been invited to the NFL draft. So, congrats to them. Look forward to you all playing very well in the very near future for whatever team you play for. This is where we are. This is not last but not least, but my thoughts and prayers goes out to Kyren, Lacy, to his family, for their loss. Very talented player, 6'2", 213, wide receiver, 24. He played for Louisiana, then he played for LSU at the collegiate level. The high school Tybo Docs, if I pronounce that correctly. Second team All SEC 2024. 2024 stat when he committed to coming back for that year to be the number 1 receiver. He progressed each year that he played. But for the stats here, he started 12 games. He had 58 catches for 866 yards with an average of 14.9 with 9 touchdowns. 40-yard dash, and at the pro day, I was like the 4 or 5. But you turn the film on, he's a football player. Sometimes people play faster than they're 40. He was one of those ones. Very unfortunate. This talent. Sorry for their loss, for the family and in that community, LSU and everybody over there. So those prayers goes out to them. But I surely appreciate everyone for continuing to tap in on this platform. Check the merch out. He should be a link in the bio, and surely appreciate it. Enjoy this weather. It's So Good a Podcast. I'm KD. Brought to you by the local Graders. Have a good one.